Namaste to you. Welcome back to my second video. Last video we were talking and comparing Bhagavad Gita, and let us continue. So the situation was Arjuna was in a state of depression. He wanted to retreat from the war, and he in fact asked Krishna to turn the chariot back, and he wanted to come out of the war. So what has that got to do with today's life? Friends, as we all know, we are all in pursuit of something, and it is very subjective. Each person is running behind or in pursuit of certain aspirations or things which or goals which person wants to do. And when we are pursuing, many a times we are bombarded with a lot of obstacles or negativity or situations, and we get bogged down, and many a times we quit. Right? Very similar to what Arjuna faced. So the moment Arjuna wanted to quit, that is the time when Krishna started talking and telling about a lot of concepts. This is when the Bhagavad Gita commenced. First and foremost thing what Krishna made Arjuna realize is he made him to rise above the situation where the problem occurred. That is, the problem has occurred in a particular plane. Now you need to rise above the plane in which the problem occurred. That is what we also need to do. It is bound to happen that in life we will be faced with a lot of problems. The moment you rise above the plane, in the sense that you need to look at things objectively. What I mean to say objectively? Objectively in the sense you need to disassociate with yourself and look at the situation from a third person's point of view. The moment you do it, what is going to happen is the emotions will not affect you as much as it would if you were in the original plane where the problem occurred. That is what Krishna made Arjuna realize and do. The first is to look at things objectively. What is going to happen if you look at things objectively? Firstly, you will be able to look at the situation in a totally different angle. And when you look at the situation in a different angle, let us say you are right now at ground zero level. Let us say that you have risen above it. Let's say you have moved about 100 feet above. What is going to happen? You are going to look at things which you never were able to look when you are at zero level, right? So you are able to see so many options. You are able to see things in so many angles. So this is what has to be applied in our life. The moment you look at a situation holistically, let us take an example. Let us take a corporate example. So we all have stiff targets to achieve, and we are answerable to our higher-ups. And sometimes we get sandwiched between a customer or a client and our higher-up. So this is the time we can apply this concept. Many a times we get insulted, or we may even get a lot of scolding from the customer or the client, or same thing may happen from our higher up. So this is the time we need to rise above the situation and look at the company's point of view. We need to look at the customer's point of view, or we need to look at the higher up's point of view. It may be a manager or whatever it is. The moment you look at the situation in the customer's perspective or the manager's perspective, don't you think the situation will change drastically? You will have a variety of options to look at. So your approach would change. The moment you approach the situation differently, your thoughts will change. The moment your thoughts change, you will start feeling differently, and then that would result in your behavior which will be more proactive, and you will not get bogged down. This is the concept which Krishna advised Arjuna. We need to understand that looking at things objectively looking at situation from the other person's point of view will definitely help solve a problem. So we can use this for problem solving or conflict resolution. We need to understand that each person has got his own mental map of looking at the world. What is true for you may not be true for him or her. So especially this is valid for customer. We all say customer is the king or the queen. So we need to understand his or her mental map. So to do that, we need to change our point of view. We need to see the problem in a different angle. The moment we do that, there is bound to get a lot of solutions to the problems. That opens up a lot of options and you would be definitely in a position to solve the problem. So the first learning from Bhagavad Gita is look at the problem objectively, and the moment you look at it objectively, lots and lots of options are available, and the way in which you look at the problem will drastically change, which will result in you taking the right steps. And last thing I would like to tell is the moment you look at it objectively, your thinking, that is the rationality, will always be there, because when you are associated with the problem, you get emotionally affected. That is what happened to Arjuna. He was not able to take a rational decision, but Krishna made him aware. So where is that Krishna here in our life? So is he available somewhere? He is right in our mind. We call it higher self, or we also call it power. It is there in us, the intuition, or we may also call it intuition. We just have to invoke it. We need to, activate it. The moment you do that, Krishna, he did it to Arjuna. The power which is residing in our mind will guide us and give us the right steps. And we also call it listen to your heart. The moment you listen to your heart, you are connecting to the God. And the moment you do that, you will be able to solve the problem very, very effectively, friends. So let us continue with the learnings of Bhagavad Gita in the following videos, and let us apply what we learned today. That is, look at the problem objectively and connect to the higher self or God or energy or whatever you call it. Thank you so much, friends.